Hello and welcome to another Let's Play Hearthstone Arena. I haven't actually decided what I'll be playing, and I'm rolling a 6-sided die here, which I just got. 1 to 2 is Garage, 3 to 4 is Jaina, and 5 to 6 is the Paladin. It is 1, so I picked the Warrior. Okay, out of all these, hate it. I do like it. Young Priest is also really good though. Maybe it doesn't fit in a Warrior deck. I like Gray's Ultimates the most. The upside is pretty good. Out of these, Warzone Commander is pretty strong. Even though on another Warzone Commander, you always want to take silences. Cult Master seems good. Okay, let's slow down. Don't want to rush myself. So yeah, the question here is, do I want an Arcanite Reaper or do I want a Venture Co Mercenary? Weapons are pretty decent, but I think Venture Co Mercenary is just better. The format is so creature based that I actually want a big creature. I know that a lot of you people would pick the weapon there, but I'm gonna go with the creature. As I said before, you want silences, so I pass up the second Cult Master. The question here, do I want a 3-2 weapon or a 3-3 for 4? That gives me a weapon. I'm gonna go with the Fury War Axe. And here we have the option between Shield and Jedi and another Arcanite Reaper. I think I'll pick up the one of Arcanite Reaper here. I like this, but I also like this. Not a big fan of that. Okay, terrible, terrible, terrible. Really. Like, what are we gonna play as spells as a warrior? Not a lot, are we? So this is just a 4 mana 3/5. This is a 3 mana 4/2 charge, which is better in the late game than anything else, but it's so trash in the early game. Well, we'll pick it up. Out of these, this is probably better. It currently doesn't combo with anything though. It combos with this, but yeah, I mean, I just think Raging Worgen is the better card there. Battle Rage is fine, Execute is fine, Youthful Broodmaster is fine, especially with Silencers protecting our Cult Master somehow, bringing this back, bringing Crazed Alchemist back. I actually like Youthful Broodmaster. The question is, do I want an Execute or a Battle Rage over it? Battle Rage at its worst is usually draw 1 for 2. At its best, or most of the time at its best, is just draw 2 for 2, which isn't that great in general. So it's either Execute or Youthful Brewmaster. Execute is really strong. Yeah, we'll pick up the Execute here and hope I get something else. Gadget and Auctioneer, as I said before, which spells am I gonna cast? I'm just gonna pick up the Mortal Strike here, seeing that it's removal. Yeah, Mad Bomber is just randomness. Hope you get there. Worgen Infiltrator is pretty good. Yeah, I'm obviously gonna go for the Mad Bomber though. I think Slam is a better card. Like, it's early game removal, late game it cantrips. Like, all of these are decent. Twilight Drake is probably the better one. On 3 drops we currently have 3 already. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Twilight Drake, just because it's a bigger one. Cleave, I guess, I'm not a fan of it though, but because it's randomness, I hate randomness. And Worgen Infiltrator, pretty easy pick there. Lord of the Arena does fill in late game slots. We have 12 picks to go with late game, but I think I want just a random charge here. Like, I'm not a fan of this because it's usually a bad card, but giving something charge could be really good. Giving a weapon +1/+1 or keeping a 1/3 weapon. Like, a 1/3 weapon is terrible, so we have to have one of our other 2 weapons for this to be useful. I'm gonna go with the Injured Blade Master. What are we looking for? Basically another late game card, and there is some good cards, maybe something to work with this. We already picked one up. I'm gonna pick up the Novice Engineer. Second Execute, 8 picks to go. Another Bloodfang Raptor. The spell damage isn't gonna matter. It's so bad. Razor Fan Hunter, I guess. Loot Hoarder, Abyss Peak. I think I want the elite. Like, I do love Cruel Taskmaster, but I think I want the elite there. Probably a second Arcanite Reaper. We could have had 3, but I like Adventure Co a bit better there. Well, we're still looking for late game cards. 2 Widow, 2 Taunt. How many 2s do we have? 1, 2, basically 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. So close to 1/4 of our deck. Yeah, let's pick up the Boot Bay. Terrible card. Dark Iron Dwarf is probably the big Storming champion, and I like Dark Iron Dwarf a bit more. And then this is the obvious pick. So, decent deck. We'll see how it goes. And I'm not sure, so I recently got a 9x run, and I might create a new YouTube playlist where I just upload the 9x runs in one video, like merge them and then upload them, which might be more interesting to see. The only downside that I see with that, and there is a downside of course, oh man, so bad. So I want to get rid of these 2, I think, and keep the Blade Master. Yeah, a bit better. Like Slime is good, because it usually kills whatever he does. So what, let's say hi to the guy. So yeah, I think I want to do that and keep the rest uploaded on other on the other playlist, just to separate them. Like, you don't have to then go through a bunch of bad videos or videos where I play a bit worse or end up a bit worse. Wow, really? That seems like such a bad play. He used his coin to deal me 1 damage. Like, I'm not even gonna bother doing anything there. He used his coin to deal me 1 damage. So he doesn't even have a 2-drop, he's just gonna armor up again and attack me. Like, that's logical, right? Yeah. Wow, that was terrible. Like, I'm still at 30 basically. What is in his hand then though? You gotta ask yourself that. If he just did that, what the hell does he have in his hand? It's gotta be pretty huge. This will be 4/6. Yeah, I like this card. It's a 3 mana 4/3. Like, sometimes it trades with a 2-drop, so that's a bit bad about it. The fact that it is a 4/3, like all 2-drops are, or should be 3/2s, or most of them are 3/2s. Oh, this guy plays stuff like Shield Bearer, and he still doesn't have a 2-drop. Did you draw one? Did you draw a 2-drop? Oh, I see. So we can slam and attack it, and then just armor up, which doesn't seem fine. I think we want to... Yeah, let's silence and kill it. I was thinking about using Dark Iron Dwarf, but we can use that later on. We're adding so much pressure here. He obviously has some late game cards, else his plays make no difference, or make no sense. Especially coin shapeshifting, attacking for 1. You just waste your coin and you're so far behind then. Like, if he had his coin now and I had like a Venture Co mercenary here, obviously I could kill it with Slam. He doesn't know that, but I mean, that's the obvious better play. Man, they should change this arena where you can clear mass. So I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna create a different channel and just upload the 9x videos. The problem with that is that, well, problem, it's not really a problem of course, but in the near future Blizzard is gonna change it that you can go up to what was it? 9. Instead of 9 wins, you can go to 12 wins. So then I have to change channel, and the older videos are obviously negated. So let's attack here. And I think I want to cast this now that it's at its best. I could have also cast the Venture Co Mercenary, but then it shuts down a big part of my hand. Like, this still adds a lot of pressure on him. It's pretty tough for a druid to deal with a board like this. They have like Starfall that deals 2 to everything, but that's still not gonna do enough. They have the 6 damage cantrip, but... And I also experienced, I think, some bots, like in normal play mode. So yeah, silencing that doesn't make a difference. He can obviously hero power and then attack it, but... What is he gonna do then? He takes another 3, he goes down to 22. I mean, that's fine, but I obviously like this silence more than any other. So it does just seem to be some kind of ramp deck, I guess. But we can attack him, like, nah, you don't want to leave a creature behind against a druid, I think. And here we are gonna play this, because even then next turn we could do this if we need to. Like if he plays an 8-drop here. Now he can play an 8-drop, I mean an 8-8, but he can't do that. Like we still have options to all our entire hand, even if we play this now. And again, it's really a tough card for him to deal with. He can have the 6 damage, but then it takes another 8 to the face. More if I want to, but I don't know if I want to overextend like that. I can also swap this health and then pump it up again, so it becomes a 3-4. Which is a bit more durable than a 4-1, of course. Because now it'll just die to this. That's a decent card. Obviously Slam is gonna take care... Cleave is probably gonna take care of both of his minions that he's gonna summon here, or close to. He's just gonna pump that. What is this? Ah, I see. Wow. Hey, if you ain't good, you better be lucky. So yeah, here we swap this, then do this. And just attack into his face. And that's why I love this card. I mean, it's a 2-mana 2/2, which is fine on its own. It trades with a lot of other 2-drops. And the ability is actually really effective. It really is. But yeah, he got lucky there with the Knife Juggler. Like, he did it to the 4/3 and then hit it. Like, he had 50% chance to kill one creature, so it's a coin flip. And I still consider randomness not to be fine in this game. He's literally dead unless he has something extra here. He can hero power, but even then on the board is still lethal. Slam can also deal... Nah, it deals 2 damage to a minion. Okay. Like, I like this card just because early game it's removal, and late game it's obviously gonna be a cantrip for 2. Like, if can't you see that this is lethal? I don't even wanna attack or play anything else. Like, I don't have a daily going on that I needed to do for. So yeah, if this was another Arcanite 3, but you can see it bogged down our hand. And that a creature is, or especially a big creature like that, a 7/6 or 5, is a bit more effective than having another weapon. And it did turn out well. Like, I have 3 weapons, but so early in the draft I really preferred the 7/6 over the 5/2 weapon. And yeah, sometimes you get unlucky, of course, in the remainder of your draft, and you don't find another weapon and you're like, well, if I only picked that weapon. Hindsight 2020, you know. But I think the safer pick there is always a creature. So we go first. I think I just want to cast turn 2 Loot Hoarder or my Mad Bomber now. It also depends on what he or she does. Mulligan all cards even. Yeah, that's a terrible draw. So our points is high. Yeah, I'm still on the fence about this card. Like late game, it's really good. Late game, it is really good, but early game so bad. The reason why I play this now is because it forces my opponent to use his hero power here. I mean, he doesn't have to, but he probably will. Yep. And then it just cantrips for me, just getting me time. So he replayed this. Like, I don't wanna run this out there yet. The fact that it did 2 damage to me doesn't make a huge difference. Well, it might make a huge difference, but it doesn't feel like it's gonna make a huge difference. Please don't be lucky. Of course he is. Like, I still hate randomness, and I'm always gonna hate randomness like that. Just think about what just happened, and you'll know what I mean. So if I want to be aggressive, I have to play this. It's still not great, but I have no other play that's is good here, so I have to do that. I could obviously have waited, but that just seems bad. And the arcane missiles, I really hate arcane missiles. Oh wow. Yeah, that's obviously just gonna die to the War Axe, but... And he used his coin now, but he, because of my crystal, he obviously has initiative here. My hand is pretty terrible with 2 executes in it. Like, this is why I don't like executes, it bugs up your hand. It's great, but you have to be in the defensive for it. And I have no spells that deal a single damage or something. Like only the Mad Bomber that I already used. 5/4 taunt. You can execute it. You can also just silence it. Or, you know, give this plus attack now. Yeah, I'm gonna silence it and see what he does. Like, even if he gets rid of this, I can pump this and then attack it. I can also attack it with a weapon and execute it. Like, I have plenty of options here. I think the weapon, execute, Cultmaster, attack something else is also a fine play. And if he just plays something like a X2 here, Cultmaster is gonna draw me 2 cards. I like Cultmaster, but it probably fits in a Paladin deck or something a bit more, something that summons a lot of creatures. If you have something like Imp Master, it's really good. Because you can just start sacrificing 1/1s. Like at its best, it's probably gonna draw 3 cards. But it's still a 4/2 for 4. Like, it's decent. What is my opponent thinking about? So here's a 4/2. He's gonna freeze all enemy minions. He's gonna attack me and deal me 1 damage. So he's going on the offense here. That's for sure. So I think then I want to kill this, right? If my opponent is going on the offense this hard. And I want to throw out more creatures then. His 4/2 is gonna bring me to 11, to 10, and if he then has a Pyroblast, I'm dead. There's nothing I can do about that. That's always it. There's so little you can do about some things. Especially if your opponent is the luckiest son of a bitch and has Flame Strike. They always have Flame Strike. It's so sad that it's such a key card in their stupid decks. And I do think a lot of mage decks are just dumb. Like they're not. Like you either have Flame Strike or you don't at that point. Obviously, hey, I had Flame Strike, yay, win. Or you don't have it and sometimes you just lose because of it. And there are decks where you draft it and don't have it. It's like mind control for priests. Like if they have it late game, sometimes it's like, okay, you have it, whatever. Okay, look at this. Look at this. How lucky is that? Yeah, this is well played. Like I have no outs to this. Yep. So I go on one, and I'll see you for next video.